What's going on, guys? This is Triple Shot. Today I'm going to bring you a new series that I want to start up, depending on the feedback that I get from it. Basically, I'm just going to be talking about Halo 6, the future of Halo, where it's going, what needs to happen, my opinions on certain stances 343 has been taking. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the first video. Alright, so my first point is we need a better REQ system. It's pretty clear. I'm almost certain that there's going to be a REQ system in Halo 6 just because of how much of a step up Halo 5 was from Halo 4. They gave out free DLC because they made all the money in the REQ packs. And so this opened up, the free DLC that people wanted to see. Free always gets people attracted to it. So I don't see any reason why they're not going to include the REQ system again. Another point is no one really complains about it because you can either buy money with it, or you can dump your real money onto it, or you can just play the game. And there's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's the way every game is going. I don't see I feel like if you aren't doing it, it's going to be hurting you in the long run. So I'm completely fine. I'm all for the REQ system. It just needs to be better. What I mean by better is I like sniping. And I have like 15 snipers of each because I use my sniper rifles. My friend has like 90 of each sniper rifle. And he doesn't use it. He uses Banshees instead. And I love the Banshee too. So what I would propose, and I would hope that they would implement in some way, shape, or form, is a way to buy maybe for more price, like more REQ points, but buy a certain weapon that you want. That way you don't have to wait, so you're opening so many REQ packs, and they're adding so many guns every month, or they were. It's impossible to get sniper rifles now. I mean, it's impossible to get any weapon that you want or any vehicle that you want. You're rarely going to get it. And so I think if you have separate, certain REQ cards that you can buy, then I feel like it would be better. It would keep people more happy. Because I want to snipe, and in the trailer, which 343's advertising skills, let me tell you, they're something else. It says, you want a sniper rifle, spawn in the sniper rifle. You want a Banshee, you spawn in that Banshee. Well, you forgot to tell us that we have to sit through all 200, spin through all 200 of your REQs just to get that one Banshee or one sniper rifle. Then we have to get the actual REQ level in the actual game to spawn it in, which I'm fine with and not complaining about. I just thought it was funny. They didn't really mention that in their first Warzone vidoc, which is of course what I'm referring to. Yeah, better REQ system, please 343, make it happen. Alright, my next point is better maps at launch, and I think a lot of people can agree the Halo 5 multiplayer is really good as far as the mechanics that went into the aim system, the way everything plays. I mean, it's a solid multiplayer, at least compared to Halo 4 and other Halos. I think it's up there. I think it's a really good multiplayer. The only issue I have with it is that one, there's no diversity in the characters. We'll get into that later. But the maps in Halo 5, they're just terrible. I mean, they don't fit the multiplayer style. They're very, I don't really know the mechanics to go into it, but it just doesn't feel right. Every other Halo game, even Halo 4, like Haven, that was such a good map. It fit that multiplayer so well. Absolutely loved Haven for any game mode I was playing. I mean, it was just such a good, solid map, and a lot of those maps on Halo 4 were actually really solid for that multiplayer. But again, I love Halo 5 multiplayer. We just need to see better maps. So for Halo 6, just make the maps accompany the multiplayer style. And if they can do that successfully, then the multiplayer will be better. More people will like it, and Halo will grow once more. Alright, third point is the aiming system needs to be the exact same, or at least very close to Halo 5. Because again, that aiming system is really good. A lot of people like it. It's a faster game style. There's more movement mechanics such as the thrust, the ground pound, the sprint. You have all of that together, and it's creating this multiplayer that's unique from any other Halo. It's definitely an innovation. I wouldn't say that it's a hurtful innovation. I know I've seen some videos where people don't like the thrust. They don't like certain movement abilities. Well, it works. I mean, if you're good enough, it makes it to where if you're good enough at the game, you will shine through more than other Halos. It's just more. There's more things to think about. You just have to be smarter, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But yes, let's get the aiming system the same as Halo 5, or very close. And I think, I mean, as long as it's not, you know, Halo 4 or even Reach, I mean, the multiplayer's got to be unique, and Halo 5 did that. You can see by the numbers that are still playing the game. So let's keep the aim system very close to Halo 5. My next point is very close to me. A lot of people want this, and a lot of people don't. So I'm just gonna say it: Playable Elites. We need it. A lot of people are going to get mad at this point. Basically, I understand that it unbalances the multiplayer in the sense of competitiveness, because some people could have a different character form, different hitboxes than a Spartan. That's if they're playing as the elite. So if we're taking Halo 5's multiplayer, keep it out of arena. Arena is for sweaty people that just want to get in there and go hard. Warzone is for casual. I mean, it's a casual playlist. Why not just add elites into that? There's absolutely no reason for it. If you want to blame the story, then we can look at a Halo 4 press conference where the question was asked. Frank O'Connor, I think it was Frank O'Connor. It was Frank O'Connor. Will there be playable elites in Halo 4? And to that, I'm pretty sure he responded or something very close to the elites train on the Infinity with the Spartans, and so it is very possible. I'm sure they weren't decided. They didn't have a final decision when this question was asked, which is why it was so open. Or they just love to do that because it makes everyone think and wonder. But yeah, so it's a possibility. The storyline, there's no interference with the storyline that I'm aware of. If you know something I don't, or I don't mention, put it in the comments. I'd love to read it, talk with you about it. I don't see an issue with it. So another point that people will bring up is the Spartan abilities. There's no room for elites. They can improve too. They don't have to be this wimpy little creature that 343 portrays them as. I mean, in every game they've made now, they're just wimps. I mean, look at the very first cutscene of Halo 5. Let me just play that right here for you.
The Envoy are resisting. Throw the Envoy out the airlock.
It's a disgrace. The elite just swung and completely missed all the Spartans. They could not have made that look any worse. I mean, this is just the Halo 5 campaign, and I'll make that a separate video because that deserves its own video of bashing. Believe me. But yeah, so we need playable elites in Warzone, and if people still complain about it just being in multiplayer, then put it in custom games. The reason I say that is people love elites. A lot of people love elites. It's the longest lasting Halo form. The thread is long over all the other threads. It is something we want, and it opens up new doors. Not new doors, I mean really old doors. Think about machinimas. For example, the very popular Halo Reach machinima, Rise of the Spartans. If you haven't seen that, I really recommend that. It's by Arbiter 117. You might recognize him. It's just a solid machinima, a great example of what the Halo community possesses as far as creativity. And without playable elites, this machinima will not be possible. I mean, I watched all 9 episodes. He got tons of views, tons of watch time. I mean, each episode is like an hour and a half long. I mean, it's a really good machinima that a lot of people love. People are still watching it. It's a Reach machinima, Halo Reach machinima, and people are still watching it. And we're in the time of Halo 5. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, I'm not gonna watch something where humans are fighting humans. That's not something I would watch, and I would love to get into machinima making, but that's the only option we have. And so add the elites so we can make the story that 343 maybe doesn't cover in the Halo universe. I mean, that's what it's all about, is making something relative to the game that you're making the machinima on. And that's very difficult to do when you don't have the main enemy of the humans. At least for the original saga. I mean, that's what you want to see. You know, Forerunners are kind of boring, to be quite honest. Again, I'll get into that in the campaign video. But yeah, we need playable elites. It's going to open up so many more doors. I mean, just 343, I don't know why you keep ignoring the question. I don't know why it's something that you don't like to discuss. I mean, just tell us straight up. I mean, tell us it's not going to be in the game, and tell if it is. I mean, whenever you announced the Memories of Reach update, I thought that could be it. I thought finally they were going to add playable elites. And then once I realized that wasn't going to happen, I said, well, at least they're going to add the Falcon. No, that didn't. I don't know what they were thinking with that. But yeah, let's get into my final point here. More game modes. And the reason I say this is because we have great game modes as it is in Halo 5. I think Strongholds was a good addition. BTB, you know, CTF and Slayer are great. Strongholds adds that extra spice that we needed, the fresh game mode. But I still think we should have game modes like King of the Hill, Juggernaut. I think those are great game modes. Had tons of fun in them in previous Halo titles, so I don't see why they're not in the game. And also, if you have playable elites, you can open up the room for invasion to be made. Even if you don't add it to the multiplayer, which, you know, that's very disappointing to hear, but at least make it to where it's possible to be made in Forge. There's absolutely no reason for that, you know, not to happen. Forge does not need to follow a storyline. I mean, and I don't even see an issue with invasion and multiplayer breaking storyline, but that's just me. So yeah, more game modes. I mean, Halo 4 they had Ricochet, and that was all right. I see why they didn't add it in Halo 5. It would have been a lot different, but we definitely need more game modes. And what I'm not saying is more game modes at launch, because a lot of people might hate me for saying this or disagree with the point. The way they made Halo 5, it's genius. I know that they were rushed into releasing the game early, but it worked out to the better because it kept people playing. A lot better than, you know, something like Spartan Ops. That was a disgrace to the Halo universe. I hope they never try something like that again. Even though at this point for Halo 5, it's actually needed, because that campaign is just, it's terrible. Absolutely horrible. I hate the campaign. Rambling about the campaign as always. Just gotta make the campaign video already. But yeah, let's look at how they did Halo 5. You know, they had the Forge update, which of course a lot of people, you know, whenever they got the game, they felt ripped off. It was something similar to Destiny. You know, they showed all this good stuff, and we only got a fraction of it. And I mean, I would like to see it implemented again, just because it keeps it interesting. You know, we get Infection, we're all excited for Infection. We get Firefight, we're all excited for that. And the Forge update too. I mean, it's genius marketing. They get all their money from the REQ pack, so why not just make free DLC? And what better way to make it big than to have Halo title game modes, like name brand game modes in there? I mean, people are gonna want that. They might want it all at launch. I mean, I might be completely wrong, but to me, it kept it fresh. It kept it to where I wasn't tossing up, you know, which game mode should I play today? You know, there's only a few game modes. You gotta master that. Next month, you get a new game mode, or something along those lines. You get a new, you know, you get Forge, new additions that make it fresh, you know, keep the game going. And I think that the strategy they use, it definitely helped in terms of numbers. We got a statistic by I actually know who it was by, but we got a statistic after the Warzone Firefight update saying that before the Warzone Firefight update, the numbers of activity, as far as I think multiplayer was on par, and I think a little bit better than Halo 3. So that's awesome to hear. That's, you know, we're hearing that the Halo community is getting better. At least I would say. I wouldn't say it's fully recovered by any means. I'd say there's tons of room for improvement. With these points, we can make it happen. If you agree with the points I made, like it up. Let's get 343 to see this video. see videos like it, and hopefully make change that will be permanent and effective. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more like these, comment below, let me know what you think. I want to hear your opinions. So with that said, have a nice day. Peace.